Hi, friends. This is Caitlin. I'm very happy to be back here with you from Pink and Maine. I know that we have a lot going on in our country right now, and I have been thinking about the Pink and Maine crew down in Florida all day. I can't go into this without acknowledging that and letting everyone know that we are praying and sending well wishes and positive thoughts and all of that. I do want to also let you guys know if you didn't see it, Michelle is doing a fundraiser for hurricane relief. There is a new, beautiful stained glass mountain landscape paper pack that all of 100% of the proceeds for anyone who orders one will be going towards hurricane relief. And so if you can, um, you should grab one. And I grabbed two. So also keep in mind that shipping's going to be a little behind. Hopefully, nothing major happens for her, for Michelle, and they get to start packing up as soon as everything's clear and power's good to go. But I ordered two, so I got one for me and one to give away to you guys. So if you haven't put in your information in the contact form in the description. I'm going to pick somebody, and it can be somebody who's already won one of our cards. I'm going to pick like a bonus, somebody basically tonight to get the stained glass mountain paper pad as a thank you for coming to hang out. I do want to let you guys know, yeah, they're only $7. They're beautiful. They're the kind of background that you could literally just add a sentiment and be done. They're stunningly beautiful. Um, so yeah, I don't want that everything that's going on to be the focus, because I know for me, I've been on social media a lot the last couple days and it's all I see. And I think it's important for people to feel seen and heard. But I also know that sometimes I need an escape from that and a distraction. So if you would like to, help out and have some extra pretty stuff to craft with, I encourage you to check out Michelle's that mountain stained glass mountains paper pack. But otherwise, we're just going to dive in. We're just going to have some crafty, wholesome, good, fun vibes tonight. Um, exactly, Kendra. I'm praying your tarp is very strong. I saw your post about that earlier too. So let's happily distract ourselves with some crafting tonight. All right, so I am not so sure now that I'm going to use this. I grabbed the critter paper just to switch it up. We've been using the Hello Falls paper pad a lot, which I love, but it was just time to try something different. But now that I'm like looking into all of my stuff, I don't know that we're going to need this. So this might take a back seat. The stamp and die of the month is the feature of our card today. And so we're going to be using this. This is the Campy Coons, Little Raccoons stamp set. So we've got the little raccoon playing guitar. We've got some lightning bugs. He's roasting marshmallows by the campfire. We have a lantern, the moon. It's just so stinking cute. And so that's going to be our main feature. And then I also grabbed the stars embossing folder. This is technically part of the Crafty Courtyard kit, which is also a monthly subscription. But all of these things, all of these new things, both of these new things, I guess, will be available individually at the release as well. So if you love the stars, but you didn't get the Courtyard kit or you're not able to, you can always just get the embossing folder on its own in a couple weeks. So we're going to use that to make a cute gift card. So we're going to be using the gift card holder dies. And my idea is to attach the gift holder die to a card to make so it's like the gift card slides out, but also you can open it as a card somehow. I haven't figured that. I haven't gotten that far yet mentally. And I'm also think I want to play around with altering the shape of the top part so that it doesn't have to just be a present. Thinking we're gonna like cut this straight across and add something else for the pool part. So we're really gonna make this one our own. And also I think kind of use it as a way to extend our scene, which I think is going to be very fun. So we might end up using this one, which is a piece that goes across the top, right? Yeah. So let's start with that. And Melissa said, nice to not see a Christmas card. Yeah, I needed another break. Thank you guys. I did one hand yesterday and then one hand tonight after work because I couldn't just be one-handed for you. But I love these. These are like Halloween confetti explosion nails. They don't glow though, so they could technically still get a little better, you know? Okay, so let's see. We're using Barbershop cardstock, our blue cardstock. Virginia, my first Halloween weekend of the month was very nice. I was so proud of my babies. They made it through their first October like nighttime shows working, um, which is just like such a big milestone in my family. I started working at the haunt when I was 7, and my youngest is 7. So it felt right. Um, but they were so excited. And yeah, it was a good time. You know what? I don't need to trim that down. I think what I want is I was thinking of having my card be just a little bit bigger than my envelope. So what does this end up measuring? 4. Oh, plus it gets the top part, right? So it is still like 4 1/4. But what is it? It's 3. So 4. Let's go by 3 and oh, I'm so silly. That should have been doubled. Let's just start with this part. How about that? Clearly, my brain is going crazy. Um, but yes, thank you for asking, Virginia, and remembering. We had a very good weekend, and we normally our haunted house does like kids matinees, lights on, no scare, trick or treating style matinee shows on Sundays at the end of the month. But this year we're trying something different and doing them all month instead of doing like Sunday night as well. And so my daughters also got to go through for the first time for a matinee because usually they're working and they're usually the only shows they work. So they work the whole thing. So it was like double exciting for them. It was good to see my dad and my family. My mom went with us as backup. So that was good. Okay, so this, if you haven't seen us make this gift card envelope before, this is going to be our main gift card piece. We're also going to die cut the insert. It's going to be Melissa made 28 Christmas cards. You guys are crazy. I don't think I make 20. I mean, I guess probably over the course of the whole, like October, November, December, I probably make 28. But if I was just making for myself, I would not be making 28. Absolutely not. I think it's also hard for me to picture that because you guys know I don't make multiples of the same card. I don't mass produce. I just can't get my head or like my head just doesn't want to do that. Like no, each card must be its own unique being in the world. Oh my gosh, who's cleaning craft rooms? Susan straightened up her craft room. I need to do that too. Maybe this weekend. We don't have any plans so far for this weekend. Maybe I can put that on my list. Okay, let's put these guys. I'm not sure, like I said, what the thing is going to be if I'm going to use this top like box section or not. Oh my God, Misty said all of her cards are different. I don't think I could do that. That seems like so much. Well, I guess if you start early, that makes sense. But so this die leaves us all of these little embossed lines. So we're going to fold over and reinforce all of those with my folder. And I grabbed which now I'm not sure if it's going to fit or not. I grabbed the oblong stitched octagons. That's pretty cute, but it's oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we're going to be using this twice. We're going to cut one of this size, right? It's just a little bit smaller than our like what's going to be our envelope. And if you don't have this and you want to look for similar sized things, this is 3 3/4 by 2.5. Okay, so if you have like an oval or some other shape that works for you that you have in your stash, you can swap that out. We're going to cut this once from blue, and we're also going to cut it once from white because that's going to go inside our finished card. That's where we're going to write our sentiment. Because I'm going to have my actual card be with the blue as well. Hey, Michelle. I don't know. I'm not sure if anybody would have gotten them yet, but keep an eye out. I sent out some happy mail at the end of last week. And some stuff went your way. The card went your way. I see Lean checking in. I know I didn't even do check-ins today, guys. I'm so sorry. It feels like a little whirlwind going on in my head. And I'm just hoping that cards can help quiet it down just a little bit. Give me a little bit of a break. All right, so we have our white. Lynn got hers. Love it. Love it, love it. Anyone who's jumping in late, Pink and Maine is doing a fundraiser for hurricane relief. And there's a beautiful stained glass mountain paper pad. All of the 100% of the proceeds will go to hurricane relief. if you want to check it out. I should have linked it. I'll try to go back and leave it in the comments after. If you type in mountains, it comes up. But I bought an extra one, and so I'm going to be giving it away. So if you haven't signed up for your chance to win one of our live cards, you should do that, because I'll be picking from all the numbers again. So even if you've already gotten a card once, you could still win the mountain paper pad. And if you already bought or plan on buying the mountain paper pad, you can just have an extra one to gift to somebody else, or to have double for yourself. So yeah, we'll be picking 2 winners tonight. Okay, so this is going to be, I want it to be just, should it be the same? Originally I was thinking it should be the same size, but now I'm thinking maybe it should be just like a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's make it just a little bit bigger. Let's make it, well, that's going to have that end rectangle piece on it too. Where did I put that? Let's make you 4.5. 4.5. And then this is 3, right? We said 3, so 3.25, so 6.5. 4.5 by 6.5. And we're going to score it in the middle. Michelle, I haven't heard from them directly, but I do know I saw Michelle posting that they were putting up storm shutters, and that everybody was getting prepared. So I do know they're taking it very seriously. And we're all just sending positive thoughts. I did that wrong, didn't I? That was supposed to be 3.25. Okay. It can go behind our little extra card. Oh, we're hoping your best friend is good too. All right, so our white card is going to go inside our white little octagon, I guess I should say, our little insert. It's going to go get popped in now. Right, that's where our little sentiment's going to go. Right. This blue one that we cut is what I'm going to emboss. So we're going to, I was thinking about embossing this whole thing, but I don't want texture on the back, and I don't want to have to try like letting part of it stick out. I don't feel like doing any of that. So instead of making it harder for myself, I decided to just make a separate layer that we will emboss the first stars. And I know we talked about last week embossing vellum. I still want to do that. This just didn't feel like the right project for it. So we'll try to emboss some vellum on Thursday. So this you can see how much like beautiful crisp texture we get from that. You get the indent or the pop-up. I like the pop-up side. So that's going to be a little tone on tone on our envelope. So it's just like blue on blue on blue so far, right? So let's assemble our little pocket. Flip this over so in case I have extra, we can trim it off. This is the 1/2 inch easy tear tape. I went and finally looked it up on the website. I tagged or I linked it in case anybody needs it. There's just the tiniest little bit off the edge that I'm trimming off. I don't want my elements to get stuck. Let's see this one. Oh, Kendra, it's so good. And I do love it as like the gift shape. That's the first way we used it. I just thought it would be fun to kind of like test the waters and see what kind of other personalization we could get out of it. Because I just know there's like a zillion possibilities with this. Okay, so we're going to oh yeah, Gail, the pop-up envelope is oh goodness. All right, so I'm gonna stick that flap to that flap first. And then we are going to lay that into that. Okay, so now that's our little envelope that our gift would normally go this way. We're going to be using it this way. And we're also going to be altering this in general. So I think I'm going to do it this side up. So let's start by adding our stars. You could do this part with tape runner or the easy tear tape too. I'm going to do it with liquid just so I can scooch it around a little, make sure I like where it's at. Oh, I missed something. Melissa's not doing great. I think it's gallbladder stuff still, right? Yeah. I know how rough that was to have and then also to recover from. So hopefully. Thanks, Missy. Yeah, I did do a grunge Halloween card. It was not my normal style, but was very fun to make over on my personal channel. So I appreciate that. All right, I kind of like how the size of this to pull out from, but I don't know, like I said, I don't know how I feel about I don't want the bow. She's gonna have surgery soon. Got it. So we're at the point now where it's tough to scroll all the way back. All right, so what I want to do, maybe I should have done it the other way. Oh, it's not on my card yet. So I can still do it. Yeah, let's do it. That was why. All right, here's my dilemma. I want to do the moon and stars coming out with the gift card. I think maybe that's the part I'm overthinking. But I also want this. I was thinking this little raccoon, but maybe we can swap it around a little bit. Moon and stars could go up there. This little guy could be here with the lantern, maybe, and a little sentiment. And then maybe our little lightning bug is the part you pull. See if I can get it straight. I like that idea. I'm just cutting along that line on either side of this kind of circle. So we're going to leave, kind of a weird shape, this little extra tab. I'm taking off the bow, and we can still add something, even like a little loop, maybe with twine in our little bug, and we'll be able to really easily pull that out. I think that would be cute. And actually, yeah, that just kind of helps it to lay in flat. Yeah, we don't need to trim off the edges. That's okay. Right. It is a little bit bigger. You know what? I'm going to trim off the little edges too. I'm not going to try to make them like even. I just want them smaller than they are. A little crookedy. All right, so it still has that little bit of lip, but it doesn't hang out over the edge as much. So now it's not so much a pull tab. I'm still going to hold off on actually attaching this yet because I want to make sure in case we need to rotate things around and pull it from the other side. Right, Misty? I literally, these are the conversations I have with myself the whole time as well. All right, so like a little lantern and mushrooms, a little cute raccoon, pink, the moon, right? Because I feel like the moon being there and he's going to hang over. Yeah, no, we're going to do the lightning bug on the edge. Yep, 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 yep. One thing to note is this set does not have the coordinating dies for the sentiments, but they are just really simple straight lines. And I really like the levy to the moon and back with the moon that we have going on. So we're going to go ahead and pull that. And I think I might end up heat embossing that with white. But let's get our elements colored up first. Yeah. And need some Copic paper. Yeah, Susan, I think so too. I think the lip looks good if you're using it as that gift. But for what we want, I think the extra edge on it is unnecessary. Okay, 5 and 4 4 1/4. Not because we're doing a theme, but I just like to make sure that the paper I'm leaving left over I can use for a whole scene if I need it. So we'll stamp these out and we'll just trim off the excess. Let's get on this. And you guys might remember when we did use the gift card one before the Christmas one, I used tape runner, I believe, for the little envelope, and it did not stay adhered. So that's why I pulled out that easy tear tape, because that stuff is no joke. It is very strong adhesive. No, I'm too close, so I can't run the dies through together. All right, let's go ink. We're going to stamp these guys down. We'll do some Copic coloring, and then we'll assemble this fun little gift card, right? Gift card. I also have on a Halloween Creepin' It Real shirt. Matches my nails, just so that we're all on the same page about where I am mentally. I'm still firmly in Halloweenville. Okay. And I did have a couple scraps of my barbershop. Let me figure out what dye we're going to use, though. Cut out those sentiments because, or maybe I'll just cut it as a strip. Just me rifling through all my stuff because the extra wide sentiment strips I have are too wide, and I think my extra smalls are too small. Trying to see where my Kendra sets are. It doesn't look like they're in this bin. I wonder what I did with those. All right, I guess just cutting strips. To go through them. They're probably on that cart right behind me. Right, I can be in the Halloween mood. Actually, Missy, I personally can be and probably am in the Halloween mood from about July 5th through about November. I wouldn't even say 1st. I would probably say like November 5th. July 5th to November 5th is Halloween zone in my head. Let's grab fencing and my embossing powder. I prepped this already with some anti-static powder brush. We'll just put it nice in the middle. Levy to the moon and back. My little embossing. And my heat gun is even right here still on the floor where I so lovingly left it apparently. Making sure to press so that the ink has time to transfer, but not really squish it or we'll lose all the detail and fine line of the sentiment, which is, in my opinion, part of what makes it so cute. I love this font. Done. Ready to the moon and back. Missed. Well, yeah, even clothes. I would say, like true Halloween clothes is probably like September 1st to like November 5th. You're right, but it definitely longer than just October. I have like a whole drawer of Halloween clothes that I break out. Sentiment, we'll let that cool down for a second. Yes, and not only do I have Halloween, a million Halloween and pumpkin shirts, but I also have like a million Halloween earrings now, like pumpkin spice latte earrings. I have 3 different sets of pumpkin spice latte earrings. I have giant ghost earrings. Have like they're just crazy. I'm all in, man. Candy corns, lots of candy corn stuff. All right, so let's color while that all cools down. All right, I want this little raccoon to be a little warm, I think. So let's grab some warm gray markers. We need some pretty deep and some pretty light because he's gonna have a stripy little tail. So his little mask is gonna be dark, but I don't wanna lose his little pupils there. So we're gonna focus most of the darkest coloring on, I mean, I guess this whole thing could be his mask, but that's not how I envisioned it for right this second. So it's gonna go with this. And then if this is gonna be light, then the top part of his little head can be dark. We'll tackle his little body next. So that was 79. Let's jump to W7 because like I said, I don't want this to get too dark where we lose his little eyes. And I don't even think this counts as a fall card, honestly. This was just like a year-round cute card. And we'll jump to W5. Oh, Missy, if you're wearing Halloween stuff in October and anybody says anything to you, you should be allowed to fight them. And that W5 looks light enough that it's okay for us to just color. this in. You can still see those pupils. And we'll add a good highlight there as well. So now I'm going to take my W5 and it's going to become my darkest shade on the lighter parts. So his face kind of has these little bumps in. I'm just going to kind of reinforce that so it looks like his little cheeks and it kind of connects over across his nose. And then on the bottom part of that tail, where all of those light stripes are going to be, then we'll jump to W3. I did have my daughters and I did have someone come up and make a comment when we were shopping for Halloween stuff in like July or August at a store, um, and wanted to, came up to us while we were obviously shopping and made some comments about how ridiculous it is that Halloween stuff is out that early. And I was like, I don't think we're your target audience. She just kind of looked at me and walked away. Okay. Like me with multiple Halloween things in my hands. I don't think I am who I think I am. Melissa said the bottom hinge on her Misty broke. I think I would freak out. All right, what do we need? We're gonna do our dark colors again. For his little body. And I think a little pink nose. These little side parts of his cheeks can have a little extra color too. That's cute. We'll go back in with that delete one. Go. Did anybody do anything cool for World Card Making Day over the weekend? I think Libby was doing something with like craft roulette. I know they had like a big event. For us, we were traveling, and so I kind of just focused on other stuff. But I know that that's like a big, a big holiday for us card people. Hey, Brennan. We're just gonna color most of that in. Okay, and I'm gonna use that same pink, just that R21 from his nose and his cheeks to shade in the heart he's holding. So cute. All right. Now we have our little lantern. Last time we did a lantern, it was part of a scene, so we had a glow. This time I'm not going to really overthink that. We're just going to color it in really cutesy. Let's go still like a bronze though. Wait, all I see is Missy saying she was doing shots. Missy made cards and did shots and went into the pool. Sounds like a great time. Michelle said it was her birthday. Happy birthday. Um, Virginia was cooking all day. Melissa was at her crafty retreat making her million Christmas cards. Darcel said she was celebrating her grandson's birthday. Kendra was part of a 12-hour marathon live stream. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Great card. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. All right, so I'm going in with E18, adding some shading on either side. Oh my gosh, I just saw the lantern has a little smiley face. You can see him right there. It's so cute. Okay. And this could be a color too. It just occurred to me it could be like a little red lantern, whatever color. We're going like coppery bronzy. So we did E18. Now I'm going to bring in a little bit of 15. And then we'll bring in one of our like more golden YRs. YR 24, I think. Yeah. And that's just going to give it that little extra gold that takes it to bronze for me. Yes, Karen. We were talking about that earlier. You know, everybody getting prepared, sending all of our thoughts to everybody that we can, but also trying to have our card making as a little bit of a happy distraction tonight. All right, I'm going in with that YG99. Bring in a little 97. I think these kind of supporting colors are going to help push it a tiny bit more fall. And if you wanted it to be more of a spring or summer, you could just use a little bit of like a fresher kind of green. Like a little bit more of a spring green or like a true green. I think the YGs help kind of lean it a little more. A little more fall. We're going to bring in some red for those mushroom tops. A little R89. And then just 29. There's not a lot of room there. Definitely don't need a 3. There's one little tiny mushroom over there. I'm not even sure you're going to be able to see it, but I'm going to add the littlest stripe of warm gray to some of those dots and the little like stem of the mushroom. Okay, now we need our little glass. I'm going to go with some B, a super pale B, and add that little stripe on either side. There we go. Just adds that little touch of reflection that looks like that glass. Let's see. What do we need? We're fine. We're going to do orange in the center. Yellow on the outer part. So we're just going to go in with YR68 for that whole center part of our thing. We'll go Y19 from the bottom. And then Y15 up at the top. It's pretty cute. We'll leave out those yellow. We have these little, the firefly and the moon. The moon, I think I want to bring in a little bit of a paler color. So maybe just a little bit of our 15. You know what? I actually am not sure who designs most of the stamp sets. Most of the ones in previous releases will say on them. I just don't know, like, technically who has done like the most. This stamp set was is a Mommy Lay. So Mommy Lay from Little Bits Box, Mommy Lay Designs. So they'll say on there most of the time if it's a collab. So I think her last name is Ralston, Lay Ralston, illustrated these. But there's a couple other designers that I've seen on the packaging. But like when it doesn't say and it just says Pink and Main, I'm not really sure if that means it's Michelle or not. I should check with her. I will try to find us an answer for that. All right, so there's our moon. I did Y15, Y00, and just the tiniest bit of Y quadruple zero. And now I'm going to bring in the very, very light, cool gray. We'll just do like one and use that to kind of add some shading to the bottom of our little puffy clouds. We can go in with that quadruple. See, so you can see that little hint of shadow. It's a little easier to see in person, but it is very light. It might be too. Let's try C2. I think that's better. And I'm just covering everything that I already did. So really, it's like the C1 was never there. C2 is better. There we go. Oh, perfect. Allie said that she is now on the design team for Little Bits Box. That's an amazing accomplishment, a great goal to have, being on a design team, and Lay is amazing to work with. I have, she coordinates her monthly releases, at least sometimes, with Pink and Main releases, and I know they've like partnered up before, so I have from one of her releases last year, a Little Bits box. And you guys might remember we had like a cherry blossom stamp set with Pink and Main in her, and it was like these images like were also the stamps that we had. So it's really fun. They're a little more planner leaning or like junk journal style, or even like dot journal, which is why her and I had talked a lot about it because I work at Bloom Daily Planners and by day. And so me and her have overlapped in the planner world too, in the card world and the planner world. Both seem to be pretty small worlds, you know what I mean? Okay. I guess I see, I don't know what to color my lightning bug because I don't want her to look like a bee. I know I want her little booty to be lit. She might honestly just be a butterfly or something, a moth, but I'm making her into a lightning bug. So we're going to give her a little glowing butt. Let's see. She can have little blue wings. We can pull in that same blue that we used for our lantern. Her little wings, we'll make them transparent instead of butterfly or moth wings. Maybe the same kind of like cool grays. I mean, I guess lightning bug bodies are like black, right? I think maybe if it's just solid on her little butt, then it'll look still more like a lightning bug. I'm going to jump all the way from C9 to C5 just because, again, I don't want her little face to get too lost in our darkest colors. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I think it was not meant to be a lightning bug. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to go check out the little bits box to see if Lay has any other images of it. All right, let's, while we're in here, come in with our white gel pen. We'll add our little eye highlights. Let's add some highlights on our lantern. And then we can add a little bit here and there to our light. I mean, it could be a bee, but it's like a night themed stamp set. So I'm guessing it's not a bee. It definitely could be a bee. I'm thinking lightning bug or slash firefly or moth. Alex said it's definitely a lightning bug. Yeah, Mommy Lay is her account, and then Lay Ralston, I think, is her. She's so nice. It was really nice to meet her in Dallas this year. And I think I'm going to see her again in Chicago. I'm pretty sure she's going to be at the Chicago Planner Conference too, which is so exciting. We're getting to meet crafty friends in the wild. You look like a lantern. And you look like a moon. Oh, she has it yellow on her stickers. Got it. So it is definitely a firefly lightning bug. Interesting that she made the whole thing yellow. I could see that. But Karen, if you needed a bee and you had this stamp set, you could definitely make it a bee if you wanted it to be a bee. or a moth or a butterfly. My kids and I saw a lunar moth over the summer, just like randomly outside one night. And that was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in real life. Okay, there's our little lightning bug. There's our moon. Yeah, I think up here in Delaware, I feel like people call them fireflies more. But I also lived in the South for a little bit when I was little. So I feel like I use lightning bug and firefly interchangeably, but I think it's like a regional thing. Okay, let's see if we can trim that sentiment. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Oh yeah, the Northern Lights. Yes, the Northern Lights are very cool. I wish that I had been able to see them not through my phone. Like I'm not fully if I never see another lunar moth again, I'll be sad, but like I'll be okay because it was like amazing and up close and like, flying next to the door into our hotel. But I really want to see the Northern Lights again because I want to be able to see them for real. Um, just because you could only see them when we were there in Ohio, you could only see them through the camera. Just weird. All right. Love you to the moon and back. I don't know where that's going to fit. I envisioned the moon up here. And I envisioned the little lantern. And the lantern should be over here. A little lightning bug like that. That's kind of cute. Where it like tucks in under the moon. I kind of like that. But then this looks very empty. I think I like that. So we'll pop this across the bottom. Mm, I was going to try to do some of this in foam. Now I don't know how I feel about that. There. It's going to go like in the middle-ish. Tucked under. I'm using the stitch lines on the bottom of the octagon to kind of line my sentiment up. And I'm not going to put glue right on that outer edge in case any of this hangs off. And then this guy. Trim that down a little more. Good bit of liquid glue. You could definitely add that twine or something, but I think we'll be okay without it. I don't like cutting foam, but I really want this sentiment to be separate. Let's try. Remember that like week where I had the like non-stick scissors and I knew where they were? I missed that week. It's no idea what happened to them. Okay. Let's use that stitched line again. Okay. And then get our tear tape. Have a good night, Gail. Yeah, Michelle said, look in the girls' bedroom. They're giant, but honestly, if they weren't huge, I would check there. I think for how long they've been missing, if they were in there, I would have seen them by now. And I have cleaned them, helped them each clean their rooms in the last month. So we have our white insert. Check. Barbara, the funny thing is that that's not even funny. Like, you guys know me too well at this point that that is like an actual possibility. All right, and I have a trusty Starbucks gift card here. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. All right. This would definitely still fit into an A2 envelope. It is 5 inches by 3 and 3/8. So it would definitely fit. You have your spot for your sentiment, your little handwritten message, love you to the moon and back. I do think having like string or something here would help to make sure the person knows to open it. But like looking at it, the fact that this sticks out over the edge, I feel like helps kind of send that message as well. But that way you get to send your cute gift card and then you also have your room for your message. I love this so much. It turned out exactly like I hoped it would. We have some fun texture. You could obviously add in other patterns or something, but I really wanted our little raccoon to kind of be the star of the show. Also, some glossy touch of gloss right on that lantern would be very cute. I might end up doing that after. So All right, guys, thank you so much for coming to hang out. I do hope that everyone stays safe. Hopefully, I will see you guys back here on Thursday. I'll be here. Hopefully, everyone will be able to come hang out with us. Um, just know that we are sending prayers and positive thoughts your way. Um, and we love you. I love you. Thank you so much for coming to hang out tonight. Uh, yeah, we'll be back soon. And I hope you guys have the best day possible tomorrow. Okay. Have a good night. And until next time, guys, happy crafting.